yourselves a very big round of applause up here. Latinos, Italianos. We're gonna need everybody on this pod, please.
You belong to me.
There are two kinds of families that you get to have in this lifetime. Shh, shh. There's the family that you're born into, and then there's the family that you choose. And luckily, 25 and a half years ago, I was fortunate that a man named Frank J. Santo chose me to be part of his family. Because he gave me this office. I had just been a DA, I just run for city council, I lost by 80 votes.
It was 110.
And I don't think it was 110, it was less than 100. It was under 100. And Frank J. Santo said, Billy is moving to the office in the back, and you can have his office. For 1 month, every day, I went to the office, and where's Marianne Dolce? God bless Marianne Dolce, who's not here. She would just look at me, hi Marianne. I would just walk in, I'm like, did Billy move to the back office so I can move in? And she'd be like, no, Billy hasn't moved yet. No, Billy hasn't moved yet. It got to a point where I would just go through the glass doors and Marianne Dolce would just look at me like, he hasn't moved yet. Well, 25 years later, the Santo family is my family. From Christmas morning, when my mother and father can't wait to see Karen and Billy, to the huge, huge, huge part that Christian played in our lives. Shh, 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 shh. Because I'm talking about Christian right now. So I start in the office, it's a Saturday morning, and I'm there to do some legal work, and Billy walks in with Christian. Christian Santo is 6 years old. And Billy says to me, Art, now I know Billy well, but not the way I know him now. We've since shared bodily fluids. We didn't do it then. But he says to me, could you watch my son for a couple of minutes? Could you watch Christian while I go in the back and just grab a file and do something? I'm like, sure, I'll watch Christian. And there he is, this little adorable kid. How you doing, Christian? We're right in the front row at Marianne's desk. Old lady Nancy was over there. And da-da-da-da. And out of nowhere, unbeknownst to me, while I'm like, have my hand on the desk and I'm not paying attention, Christian Santo grabs the sharpest pencil in Marianne Dolce's little pile of pencils and picks it up and stabs me right in the head. So that the pencil is standing up. It's standing up in my head. And I'm just looking at it. I'm like, wow, that's a real lead pencil in my bloodstream standing straight up by a 6-year-old. And I just look at him, I'm like, Christian, that's not cool. Of course, Billy comes out and had a little bit of a different reaction. And now we're gonna fast forward. And there's my little son, Arthur, who's 1 year old. It was his birthday. And Christian walks into our house and he looks at us, me and Marianne, and he says, does he have a pair of Jordans? And I'm like, no, Christian, he's 1 year old. Of course he has a pair of Jordans. And Christian left, and it seemed like he came back in 5 minutes. It was like Superman. That's the way he drove. And that's the way he drove, right. And he had 2 pairs of Jordans, Christian did, for a little Arthurite dollar. And now, God bless Uncle Billy, he's carried on the tradition. For every Arthur's birthday, Arthur gets a pair of Jordans from Christian, from Uncle Christian. One of the highlights of my life was when we went in Billy and Karen's basement, and he gave Arthur his first haircut with his gold shears, and he had the fireman's costume he put on Arthur, and it was just done with so much love. And if you say the word love, there's one name that comes to mind: Karen Santo. And I would like a standing ovation for Karen Santo. Billy, we love you too. We love you too, but this is about Karen.
Man, we know that. I hope you're all having a great time. We worked really, really hard on this. I'm losing my voice. We were here in the wee hours of the morning, so I hope that you were enjoying every bit of it. No. Anyway, we all know the reason here we created and developed this foundation, and we're helping so many people. And we have so many recipients, and you can read about most of them in the journal. We have one that recently, that the mom is here, that I wasn't going to say anything, but his name is Drew, and he calls me almost every week. And I tell her, she goes, I can't believe he calls you. Well, we have a little relationship because I'm not his mom. He's doing great at college. He has 2 to 7 days a week at his disposal. I did get a phone call from a professor. Now remember, I had kids in school. We have no rights. They don't call us. Why? All of a sudden I get a call and they go, Drew is having a little bit of a problem. And I go, problem? What are you talking about? No, not academically, but socially. Because he has some social problems. He never really had any friends. So I called the athletic director and the head baseball coach. And they stepped up to the plate. He is now in management on the baseball team. He is part of the baseball team. He travels to every state with the baseball team. He eats with them. He even scheduled early as an athlete. And speaking to him, he is just loving it, and he has about 40 some odd friends. He works the stands with them. They're giving him a birthday party. His birthday's tomorrow, and they're giving him a birthday party. So I just wanted to let you know that we are in touch with every single one of our recipients. The newest one we have is a girl named Ashley, and she's in our journal. She suffers from a disease. I'm going to give you the abbreviation because it's too long. It's called FOP. Billy and I attended a fundraiser we were invited to, and sitting there, I was never so upset in my life by looking around that room because I never experienced anything, and I have a background in science. I did practice nursing at one point in my life, and to look around, it was the most horrific thing I've ever seen. This disease affects your organs and your bones. There's growths that come, and what happens is you become a statue. You become a solid stone. You cannot move. Eventually you do. It's not a long-lived life because your body shuts down and you become a stone, your diaphragm can't expand, and you do eventually pass away. So seeing these young people around and just standing there and can't move, I've never been so upset in my life. So of course we supported the foundation and we went on our merry way. A few months later, we get a call to our foundation asking us if we will help this girl, Ashley, that has this disease. She is a college student. She's 20 years old. My first thought was, thank God that we have a team of lawyers on our board that I said, I don't understand, doesn't insurance cover these kind of things that they're asking us for? Well, unbeknownst to me, you know, when your insurance, you exhaust the funds there that they won't pay anymore. So in this case, they reached out because they're trying to save those funds. They're trying to keep them there because Ashley's 20 years old. She does not give up. She's a fighter. She needed an electric wheelchair that does more than just go, because all of a sudden she became very debilitated quickly. She's still in college, but we said, oh yes, we are going to give her that wheelchair. So with that, we agreed as a foundation, and this is what we received in return. Hold this a minute, I gotta need my glasses. It's gonna be quick, because I don't want to ruin your whole night, but I have to tell you this because you know it's important to me. Okay, this is from Ashley. Hello. I wanted to reach out and extend my thanks for your donation regarding my electric wheelchair. Adjusting to life with my condition, as well as getting used to everything with my mobility declining, has honestly been more than I thought I could handle. It's people like you that make it possible. Truly, the donation has been one of more recent events that have sufficiently changed my life for the better, making the world around me easier to navigate when I'm without a helping hand. I am endlessly grateful for your willingness to support me in my cause. You have and will change lives of many. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. That's what it's about. But then after that, we also received a short notice from her dad. Her dad said, thank you again for the foundation covering the cost of Ashley's wheelchair. The wheelchair has been a life changer for Ashley, as she is no longer dependent on others to get around. Although she still faces many obstacles, it's one more tool in her toolbox, which has had great impact on the quality of her life, made it possible for her to return to college. I hope this gift honors the memory of your son and fulfills the purpose for which the foundation was created. He says, thank you so much. You made a really big difference. So you know what? You guys really did this. It was not only us, it's the foundation, and you support it. So moving forward, I'm going to introduce you briefly to Andrea Rigo, because we put a whole package together for Ashley. And each person we give the number 9 to. Drew has it. Frankie's parents are here. He has it. Liz has it. We give the number 9 because you know the number 9 is there. I'm not going to tell you what it means. You have a little card there. And Andrea's going to tell you what followed after this, which is pretty, it blows your mind.
Hello everyone. So as you know, we tend to give money to people and children with disabilities and in need. So after the board decided to give to Ashley, who suffers from FOP, which is a horrible debilitating disease, I saw her for her cousin's wedding. I know her very well, and she was having a really, really tough time. She can't move, she's in a contorted position. We gave her the wheelchair, she's super grateful, and the next morning, I went in to present her with the package and the number 9 necklace. So we give all of our recipients the number 9. The number 9 is very symbolic, and it's indicated in the journal. It's your guardian angel. So when you see the number 9 in things that you're reading, or numbers, or baseball players, it means somebody's looking out for you. So that morning, I went in, I said, here's everything. And she started to open up the necklace and immediately started crying, as did her mother, because she is the number 9 person in the clinical trial that she has just been entered into. And this disease affects 1 in 2 million people. People don't have it. It's not funded by the federal government. And her mom started crying and said, Andrea, everybody refers to her as number 9. And so Ashley is so grateful, and we are so grateful, and this is everything that your money and your donations are going to. We are helping the lives of people that need it. And so from the bottom of Ashley's heart and everybody's heart, we thank you for all of your support and all of your dedication. We're having numerous events throughout the year, and we hope that you can continue to come out and support us and support Christian's legacy. Thank you.
costumecontest.